My name is Fred Arger. I'm the Chief Digital Officer for Barnes & Noble. We had re-platformed our site a couple years back, and it was important to us to get feedback from our consumer. In our attempt to get closer to our consumer, we needed a tool that would give us more flexibility in terms of providing some of that feedback to us. We engaged with Bahwan on the DropThought product, which was a very quick implementation and very quickly allowed us to meet the demand for this past holiday season. We first chose Bahwan Cybertek because we needed a partner to allow us to outsource our Nook backend business, as they did a great job for us and we were thrilled with their performance. When the DropThought opportunity came our way, it actually synced up well with our need to get closer to our consumer. There's a fine line between innovation and expectation. Bahwan Cybertek brings a great process to us, and in enabling that for us, it allowed us to continue to grow and innovate our business. And with that, they also brought DropThought, which is just one more of those innovations. That was an excellent tool because the timing of that allowed us to really get more customer feedback. It was a quick implementation. We got it in right before holiday season, which was critical for us. I think in retail now, there's more and more focus on getting closer to the consumer. The competitive landscape is quite dramatic. And so as retail is in somewhat of chaos, we're rethinking and putting the consumer back in the middle of every conversation. DropThought gave us the opportunity to lean in and actually welcome that feedback. The consumers embraced it right away, and it allowed us to be able to make modifications based on the feedback from our consumers. You know, in any relationship, it's about personalities, it's about building relationships, and hence it's about building trust. And what I appreciate about Bahwan Cybertek and DropThought was the relationship, the innovation, the challenging back and forth, and ultimately the outcome that allowed us to be a better e-commerce platform for our consumer. Bahwan Cybertek challenged us and kept challenging us in terms of innovations and opportunities for our platform. Again, they did it with the consumer in the middle of every one of those conversations, which we really appreciated. Together, we built and implemented that solution that allowed us to get that feedback that was so important for us and gave us the tools and information to react to the consumer. You know, Bahwan Cybertek and DropThought have figured out a really nice perspective on how to partner with you. In our particular case, I feel like they're part of the team. And from, again, innovation to execution to reevaluation and re-implementation, that is a cycle that I feel like they're sitting right at the table with us. I also think that we've built a level of trust, and I think in that, we're open to kind of ask why during that process. And with that, I think together we've come up with some great outcomes. In building these relationships, it's really critical to understand how your culture and the culture of your vendor can really coexist. I would say run, because these folks have done a great job in listening to us and innovating for us, challenging us and executing. So with the implementation of DropThought, it's allowed us, as I said, to get closer to the consumer. That gave us the roadmap to alter that consumer experience, and that funnel, if you will, that the customer journey goes through continues to be updated even now, even post-holiday, because we've got DropThought in place and we continue to get that feedback from our consumer. I think what's really critical to our industry and to our company is innovation. And I think DropThought and Bahwan Cybertek represent a company that's really hungry to innovate. This is a competitive marketplace, and we have to continue to stay one or two steps ahead of many of the competition. But in some cases, the competition that we're still trailing. We'll get there with innovation. DropThought and BCT have been a fantastic partner.